The debate over Obamacare is maturing now, and it's important for us to follow this in these commentaries. The Democrats are saying to the Republicans, okay, you're going to repeal Obamacare, but you're not going to be able to replace it with anything at this point because you don't have your act together yet. And 20 million people are going to be thrown out of coverage and lose their coverage and be vulnerable to the high cost of health care. A totally phony approach based on a totally phony understanding of what the Republican Party can, should, and I hope will do. What they should do is not pass a bill saying Obamacare doesn't exist anymore. You can't put the country through that kind of cold turkey. On the other hand, you can stop Obamacare from growing, and you can set up the conditions by which it will wither away by itself and die. And that's what the Republicans need to do. So the first thing they need to do is to repeal the penalties for the individual mandate or the employer mandate or the insurance policies, so that anybody can buy any policy they want or buy no policy. An insurer can insure his employees fully or not at all and not risk a fine. Repeal the fines. That's because with 50 votes they can repeal the fine because that's a reconciliation budget matter, whereas repealing the mandate itself might take 60 votes, and they probably couldn't get that from the Democrats. But that's okay. Once you cut off the fines, the program will wither away. Once nobody else has to come into the program and nobody has to buy that kind of health insurance, it'll go away. In the meantime, the Republicans should say that anybody can buy any insurance they want, and if they qualify under the guidelines set up in the current Obamacare legislation for a federal subsidy, they'll get one. And they don't have to have the 100% soup to nuts coverage of everything that you have to have in Obamacare, which is why the premiums are so high. You have to have mental health coverage, you have to have substance abuse coverage, sex change operations, mammograms, even if you're male. All kinds of different stuff has to be covered. And that makes the premiums so high and the deductibles so high. If the Republicans eliminate the fine for having what the bureaucrats consider inadequate coverage, lots and lots of people are going to leave Obamacare, particularly young people, and say, hey, I just want catastrophic insurance in case one of us gets cancer or gets hit by a bus. Otherwise, we don't use health care that much. We don't have to pay that high a premium. And when they're allowed that choice, they'll take that choice. And more and more people will leave Obamacare. That will increasingly whittle down Obamacare to a point where it only is those people that can't afford to leave, that need this 100% coverage and are prepared with the subsidies to try to scrape together the money to pay for it. At that point, the Republicans should move in and say, put those people under Medicare. You want socialized medicine? Okay, these are the worst needy examples of it. They're the poorest and the sickest, and they should be covered under Medicare and given government-paid medicine. And that will end the problem. Obamacare will continue on the statute books like an appendix in your body, but its function will have been gone. That's the way to end Obamacare. Thanks for watching.